Hello dear students, I am Rupinder Singh and in this video we will solve the questions and numericals based on the chapter 12, that is electricity. The very first question we are going to attempt, the statement is given, and these questions will be helpful for you to attempt the upcoming exam. First question is current drawn by the filament of electric bulb for 10 minutes and we have to find the amount of charge. So current over here is given as 0.5 ampere. Ampere is the unit of current. Time is given to you as 10 minutes. We have to convert it into second by multiplying it with 60 to 600 second. Now we have to find the amount of charge over here. So charge is given by current into time. So 0.5 into 600. It can be written as 5 by 10 into 600. So it will be equal to 300 from here coulomb. So the answer for the very first question will be 300 coulomb. Now we will be trying some unsolved questions. Now we will be doing the second question. It says, what does an electric circuit means? Now basically electric circuit, if we have to define it, it is an closed and continuous path for the flow of electric current. So basically if there is a closed and continuous path for the flow of current, then that will be treated as a electric circuit. Now if we make an electric circuit over here, we require a source, that is cell, or it can be a battery. We require a load, that can be a bulb or a resistance. We have to apply the controlling switch over here so that the current may flow. It is the simplest form of electric circuit shown over here. We can also add a meter over here, that is called ammeter, to measure the current in the circuit. We can apply that also. So a schematic closed diagram in which there is load that consume electricity, that can be bulb, source, that can be cell or battery. For connecting the circuit we require connecting wires that are mainly made up of copper. Ammeter to measure current. So this schematic diagram is basically an electric circuit, a closed and continuous path for the flow of electric current, in short. Very next question is definition of unit of current. Basically we should know what is unit of current. Unit of current is ampere. Unit of current is ampere. So we have to define it. 1 ampere current is constituted by the flow of 1 coulomb of charge in 1 second. So 1 ampere of current is defined as 1 ampere current is constituted by flow of 1 coulomb of charge in 1 second. If 1 coulomb of charge flows in 1 second, then current is said to be or constituted to be 1 ampere. In the very next question, we have to find the number of electron constituting 1 coulomb of charge. So we must be knowing the relation between number of electrons and the charge of 1 coulomb. Now we know that elementary particle is electron. On 1 electron there is 1.6 into 10 the power minus 19 coulomb charge. Or we can write this equation like 1.6 into 10 the power minus 19 coulomb charge is on 1 electron. So 1 coulomb will be, now we have to make this as 1 coulomb. So we will be dividing this whole thing by, we want the value of 1 coulomb now, so we will be dividing this whole thing by 1.6 into 10 the power minus 19. And over here with the same thing, because the equation was in equivalence, so whatever we do on the left side, we have to do the same step on the right side. So here it will be 1 coulomb. So 1 coulomb will be equal to how many electron? We will be finding out. So it can be, now I would be making the calculation a bit easy. 10 the power 19 minus 19 is in denominator, and in numerator it will be plus 19, and 1.610 will also go up, and it will over 16 over here. Now we can write it as 10 the power 20 by 16. Further solving it, 1c can be written as 100 into 100 into 10 the power 16 electrons upon 16. So cancelling on 4's table, so it will be 1 coulomb equal to 625 into 10 the power 16 electron, or you can write it as 6.25 into 10 the power 18 electron. Hope you continue to watch this video so that you can get the knowledge of all the questions based from the chapter electricity in a good and precise manner, and each step is being explained to you thoroughly. Thank you. Now we are shifting to further topic based on the potential difference. The question is there on page number 202, example number 12.2. How much work done is done in moving the charge of 2 coulomb across 2 points having potential difference of 12 volt. Firstly, we have to write the formula for potential difference. It is V is equal to W upon Q. V stand for potential difference, W stand for work done, and Q stand for the charge. Now the values which are being given, we will be using that and finding out the work done. Work done will be equal to V into Q. V is given as 12 volt and Q is given as 2 coulomb. So we will be putting the value over here, 12 into 2, that is 24 joule. So I hope this is the perfect explanation for this particular numerical, and the formulas, two formulas you need to remember always, that is work done is equal to potential into charge, or potential is equal to work done upon charge. Thank you. Now is the very next question we are doing is, name the device that helps to maintain a potential difference across the conductor. So the answer is cell or a battery. Basically battery is number of cells, or it can be written as simply 2 or more cells. Okay, number of cells over here. Cell or a battery is a source of potential difference. Which thing maintain the potential difference in the circuit? Always remember cell or a battery. Cell is symbolized as this thing, positive, negative, group of cell, we can make it as a battery. Symbol of cell, symbol of battery. Thank you. Now the next question is, what is meant by saying the potential difference is 1 volt? When could we say the potential difference is 1 volt? So basically potential difference is the potential difference between the 2 points. So 1 volt potential difference in a circuit or between 2 points in which the current flows is the amount of work done in moving 1 coulomb of charge between the two given points. So this is the proper definition for the 1 volt of potential difference. Always remember, when 1 volt of potential difference is there, so 1 joule of work is done in moving a charge of 1 coulomb. Symbolically you can say 1 volt is equal to 1 joule, that is work, upon 1 coulomb of charge. So this is the question and its explanation. Thank you. And this next question, we have to find out how much energy is given to each coulomb of charge passing through a 6 volt battery. Now each coulomb means charge is provided to us as 1 coulomb. Each means 1. Kindly understand the question well, then attempt. Potential is given to us as 6 volt. So we have to find the work done or energy. That is equal to potential into charge. So potential over here is 6 volt and charge is 1. So 6 joule of work is done or energy is provided to each coulomb or 1 coulomb of charge passing through a potential of 6 volt battery. Thank you. Now last but not the least things we will be discussing that could be important for the examination point of view. You need not to left any definition. Any definition could be there. Definition comprise from first is unit of current, potential difference, potential difference, after that is electric power, Ohm's law statement, resistance, resistivity, these are main from unit 1. You can say unit 1 definitions move around these all. Now when we shift to light, it is reflection, it is refraction, it is refractive index, it is scattering, or it is dispersion. So these much if you can do or revise or learn or you can remember, then you can score a good marks in the definition question. Then are the numericals. For that you can have a numerical on based on this formula. that is Ne by T. You can have on this formula, you can have on the formula of resistance series, parallel, you can have on power, you can have on heat, energy, you can have on energy normal, these are few basic formulas we have discussed or I have written over the board, out of which a numerical can be based or formed, so that you must remember these formulas so that you can easily attempt whenever the question will be coming to you. Okay? And left out are the formulas from the numerical formulas from the light chapter. You can have 1 by V plus 1 by U is equal to 1 by F. 1 by V minus 1 by U is equal to 1 by F. It is for mirror and known as mirror formula. It is for the lens and named as lens formula. Further, it is mirror is having magnification, that is minus V by U, and it is having magnification V by U. This is the basic difference between the formula. Another formula for the magnification in both the cases is height of image upon height of object, height of image upon height of object. These particular formulas you need to remember for solving the numericals based on this light. There is a refractive index, speed of light in medium 1 to speed of light in medium 2, or refractive index, speed of light in medium 2 to speed of light in medium 1. Or you can have an absolute refractive index, that is of medium if the first medium is air or vacuum, so we take it as C by V. So these are the formulas, definition you need to remember. There could be diagrams based on the six cases of concave mirror, two case of convex mirror, rules for the diagram, similarly for the lenses also, 6 for convex lens cases, 2 for concave lens, and also the rules to obtain those diagrams. So the syllabus moves around all these criteria which we have done in very good manner earlier also. Today also I have just introduced some part of electricity to you, that is chapter number 12. So kindly be loyal in your attempt. All the best to all the candidates, those who would be appearing for the upcoming exam. So always remember this, that if you score well in the main subjects, then you can score better in other subjects also. And since it is your second exam, so if you score good in second exam, you can complete well in all other remaining exams. So that's all for today, and I take a leave from here now. All the best to all the candidates, and kindly go and revise the syllabus which is left out. And if you feel any problem, kindly WhatsApp me on my personal number. I am always eager to clear up your query, but main thing I need is your marks. If you score well, then I can provide you as much as material you want. If you don't score well, so I will also be get demotivated. So kindly score well and attempt well, and kindly revise the well before submitting the question paper along with the answer sheet to the parents. And all the best to all of you. Thank you and have a nice day ahead.